Most of the challenges observed in the Nigerian education system is rooted in insufficient funding, an issue which is hardly mentioned in most Western economies because of the proliferation of the system with endowments.
Private individuals raise money. They come into the College of Business, they endow a chair there and they put money, scholarship money, they put money to serve different purposes. Hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Sometimes that fund is used to support students who want to go overseas. The reason why the private sector, so instead of the private sector here just proliferating the United States with universities, private business individuals are investing money in even both private and public universities, endowing different types of programs to enable students because at the end of the day they realize the quality of students we produce will serve our own industrial development. They will serve our own financial sector. They will serve our banking sector. They will serve our engineering sector.
The two richest schools in the United States, Harvard and Yale, spend over $2.1 billion a year on 35,000 students. That's about $60,000 per student. This is about 8 times the average propositions state governments provide to four-year public universities. Harvard, for instance, was renamed in honor of John Harvard, a Cambridge-educated clergyman who donated $1,285 and a large collection of books. Since then, Harvard has continued to accumulate funds, artwork, and other valuables. The University of Texas system is valued at nearly $25 billion. A large part of this wealth has come from individual donors such as the Moody Foundation, Hearst Corporation, and Mover Family Foundation. The Bill and Melinda Gates Science Complex, Dell Computer Science Hall, and the Red McCombs School of Business are all results of large monetary contributions. A more recent example is a pronouncement by the chief executive of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, that he would donate 99% of his shares for the equality of children.
We have the richest man in Africa is from Nigeria. And there are many people as rich as him, at least that are in the same league as him. How many of those wealthy Nigerians have thought about endowing certain types of programs in Nigerian universities? That's what we need. It's not enough to just have money and say, oh, the standard in public universities are falling, therefore I want to start my own university. No, okay, if they have started their own universities, what are the impacts so far?
This also brings to bear the spread of private universities as a substitute to public schools, especially in the face of disparate falling standard and issues like strike, which prolong undergraduate period.
You still do have to have public universities run by government because that is the responsibility of government to provide education to its population. So public universities or public institutions of learning are indispensable. So that is very clear. But then it is a welcome development that in Nigeria that certain entrepreneurs have taken it upon themselves, and philanthropists and people of goodwill have taken it upon themselves to supplement the educational system with private universities. In the long run, it's going to be very healthy for us because it will provide competition to in the educational sector and also provide options for parents and students alike.
However, proposing this as a solution has the challenge of being expensive to run and subsequently high tuition.
When you take into account that they are fully funded by these individuals or bodies, and to build infrastructure in Nigeria, of course, you have to access money from the banking system, and the interest rates are so exorbitant, right now, and there's no any differentials like doing any other business, even though you're providing a social service, an essential service, a human service, education, but then you still borrow in 2 digits from actually in the upper two digits, 20%, 22% from our Nigerian banks to finance your infrastructure. And then the faculty, the reason why you are starting a private university is because you want to be different from the public run universities. So you have to get quality teaching staff. And this quality teaching staff costs money. Some of them are paid, they're expatriates. You have to pay them in their currency, either dollar or pound sterling or euro. And so all these things add up. But like we said, it's a choice. It's for people to make that choice, and for parents and students alike to decide. If they want something cheap, they want to pay next to nothing, they can go to the public university system, which is still not even tenable because over the years, we have never reviewed our school fees. Parents now pay more in secondary school than they pay, for their children that go into the university.
But even the private universities have their own challenges.
We're held back by a system that is not research active. The last time guidelines were officially reviewed was in 1989. That is older than the average age of a Part 4 university student, undergraduate student. It was reprinted in the year 2002. And even when a new law was passed in 1993 for the establishment of private universities, and private universities started to come online in 1999, the same law has not been reviewed. Now, what you have is a 2-semester academic year for a calendar year. And if faculty has to teach 2 academic terms, then what time do they have to research? Now, read that alongside the fact that majority of international universities are practicing the 3-term academic year, which is the trimester. If you're going to do an exchange program, either way, either going out or coming in, their faculty have to be in tune with your academic calendar. So they have to come in and teach and go back, or yours have to go out there and research and come back just in time to catch the next academic, either term or session. So it is exceptionally important for the academic calendar of Nigeria to accommodate academic calendars of international universities.
Dr. Kigbo gives another proposal which he says could challenge scholars to be more relevant, produce better economic policies, and subsequently direct more resources to the education sector. The approach is to build closer ties between intellectuals and politicians.
Let me give you maybe this perspective, maybe will explain this. I'm here at the University of Colorado. Our university is a NASA-designated university. When there is issue related to space exploration and space technology, NASA doesn't just go about dealing with it anyhow. NASA connects with a university where you have researchers, scholars, and intellectuals who are dealing with issues related to space exploration at a very highly intellectual level. They are the ones that think out, that come up with ideas that feeds NASA. At the end of the day, what you and I see from the media in Nigeria is what NASA, American NASA as an agency in the United States has done. What we don't see is the backstage activity that generated that NASA project. And that backstage is not happening at NASA. It is happening at the university. The same thing with the banking industry, economics, business, industry. It's always much of the backstage activity that generate the final product that you and I see do not happen at Goldman Sachs. It does not happen at JP Morgan. It happens at Kelly School of Business. It happens at Lee School of Business. It happens at the Harvard College of Business. They are the ones that are engaging, using their intellectual ability to generate the debate, to generate the policy, to generate the theory and the principles that eventually get translated. There is a disconnect in our own educational system. We have a crop of political elite, political class, that do not pay attention, that do not even believe that the intellectuals have anything to offer.
The discussion cannot be conclusive without the mention of the receiving party, that's the students. Are they living up to expectation? Perhaps we will treat that on another episode of Big Story. For now, there's the issue of funding, which scholars say could be solved to a large extent if philanthropic activities could be extended to create endowments for schools. Give this a thought and share with us on Big Story. Until next time, I'm Ini Thompson.